saying, you know, we're not really showing how we've been playing in scrims, in practice, what we're capable of.
So who starts what side? EG on defense, Sentinels on attack.
Some might consider it their home ground. They're definitely very, very well rehearsed.
Oh, no Gecko though.
I mean, I think that home ground
Aid is nice on this map.
Already been banned like first round by EG. That would be split, but this is a pretty decent second for them. And EG did lose on this map.
This is great info. Prowler goes down, Fade Eye goes in, doesn't spot anything. They one person hold over towards A, they take middle, have info once they hit over towards B, and it's hard info once they check that camera.
They'll take care of that unbreakable trip, so
they check the camera now. Right.
Seeing probably a bit of a classic affair. Hello, actually denying
the plant. Nade to stop the plant. Yeah, with that they have to use an Omen flashing, and we got to check this because we TP'd behind the Cypher. Omen's hit early, and they have no idea that they TP'd over the trip, so he gets 2, 3. Huge. Did he TP over it? He must have.
Nicely done. They had a stun nade combo to deal with Wingman that forced the second wave out of SEN, and it bought time for Superman to come through B main. He wrapped around on the flank and got really far behind them, and just got 3 easy kills. The SEN players didn't even know where he was coming from. So great understanding of EG, what they need to do. You always need to be able to deny plant, and then see if you can set up a secondary win condition. They had a high-low setup in market as well. Had Superman not been able to do something there. Lovely beginning for EG. Now, this is going to sound ridiculous, but that is only the 8th defense round of the entire map.
And Desp, they're out here stealing your stats.
Teams combined.
Yeah. It is a mad stat though.
Been winning on defense at all.
Not where the strengths have been placed.
So
Knife goes in, doesn't hit any, so they know at least that main's clear. I think terms of the actual round itself, they're just buying. Whoa.
Superman needs the cover and
bailed
fire
out.
And he is there.
Yeah.
But even so, like I was saying,
free Nitro 8. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the prime. Welcome in, bro. Thank you for that.
If you are going to trend attack sided, at least you got this to be able to work on.
Ayan's 721 as well with the 2 months. Thank you for that as well, mate.
It's actually a little
Appreciate
difficult
the tier 1.
to get them working. I think it's easier when you have
one person fake pressure over towards B, try and get some kind of rotate, breaks the camera.
When you're on defense to try to
I mean, there's a bit of a rotate here. Knife goes in at the back. Derek actually works it out pretty early that they're pushing here in this.
I'd agree with that. Sentinels though, just seeing if they can scope out some of the setup. Overwhelm it now just with the raw bodies.
Unlucky, man. The breach stun came in like what? Just half a second too late, but the breach stun at least gives him a kill with the damage.
John could not escape.
24 seconds left. This again, just gathering that information, so we knowing that there's that mid trip, pretty common.
One of the massive strengths, I think, of EG's composition, or this kind of style of comp.
Where are you sending the spike?
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not going anywhere. They're walking into EG, into the maw.
Okay, nice. And just gonna highlight this. I'm just want to double check. Shouldn't be an armor rebuy, but
initiator utility or a paranoia and
anonymous gifter. Thank you. What the hell is this name? What are you lot doing? Why is there so many Twitch names like this? Thank you so much, Anon. Appreciate the gift though, nonetheless.
Pretty good at figuring out its weaknesses. That's what you would be expecting anyway from the team that won Masters Madrid.
Yeah, certainly. Trip setups though, alternating.
Bonus.
Yeah, there's so many different setups you can run.
Okay, no armory buying that. Lovely to see it. And first big buy round against the bonus, we've got double rifle, double spectre, and 1 ghost. But the early camera spotting over towards A. Raze goes in, picks up orb, so no matter what into the next big buy round, EG are gonna have their all. Potentially this if he gets a kill.
Side over towards B, weak side with the Cypher on A. And then you can
but the weak side has very early info.
It feels like the strong
and the
side,
camera spots now. That comes up on the minimap.
Probably going to move on towards the A side. The trouble is, it's quite a distance to try and get over, so you're going to be making a lot of noise in the process here. Apoff chances. It's with the raw spray.
I thought he's going to get a lot more done for that. Everyone hits over towards the side. The big person to keep an eye on at the moment is the fact that they keep Tenz's Omen Flash. This is something that Sentinels do a lot. They always use util to hit the site, and then when the flood comes back in terms of the enemy team flooding in using all their util, they normally Omen Flash.
Did get caught
Here
by
we
that
go.
flash.
And then just trying to play off with it.
Omen flash goes in, and they decide to push with it.
Capitalizing off the advantage, still kills.
Still
Evened out here.
doing alright. Does Sassy want to use his ult into it? This could be a big win from EG if he does.
Just in case it's needed.
The call made to save it.
2 players left alive on EG. I think it should be a smart one. Assuming that they can get themselves around it. Fault line. At least with the one, should be a kill. Indeed, it is, but it's crossfire.
Yeah, lovely.
Just to really seal
Got the
it
official
up.
out.
Time left
All good.
allowed.
It's a big win.
We're available into this
Damn,
round, so
double
EG
kills on top as
consolation
well.
prize. A lot of damage being done to
It's the
economy
best
here,
possible
Sentinels.
loss they could have had.
Astoundingly good bonus round.
And the ult pulled out.
Yes.
Damn.
You force Thrash. Every single gun dropped for Sen. Apart from getting the round win on the board, it couldn't go better for you. And you see here that Sentinels actually do understand what they need to be doing in the post plant. They can't just hold post plant positions because you're going to get hit by stun, paranoia. There's a great paranoia that Superman's going to throw that catches people at default.
Winja with the Prime as well. Thank you for the 4 months, man. Appreciate the Prime usage. Thanks to the 4 months. Okay, and they, in terms of EG, big buy round that forces Sentinels
Deep haunt over towards A.
down to an eco. Same thing over towards here. Everyone has to eco whoever loses this. They have 1 ult advantage, and they're 1 away from getting another, which they just got once they take A control.
Now we're seeing... Zels is giving a lot of respect there to that potential play over on the A side. Seeing a lot of teams.
I thought they were going to bait that one in and then re-hit over towards A. Now this might be a bit too obvious.
It's pretty spammable.
Yeah, Fatal goes in, hits 1, 2, 3, Omenort as well. Damn, lovely combo on this. Yeah, and they got some good info. Was the double ult that we're talking about? Fader goes in to clear spawn, so Juggernaut doesn't have to worry about it, so he can exit here clearly.
It's disrespectful, really. It's in his nature. He's going to take those liberties. Still, we'll see. How can Sen bail themselves out of this spot? There is still 40 seconds left into the round, which can be enough to work with.
Look, if they'd broken the trip earlier on, there would be so much more worry in the hearts of EG.
They just haven't found this trip. Again, against Cyphers, you do take mid control, you just got to spam mid a little bit, just in case this is here. Lovely run from Nature. And we are off to the snowball again, once again. Both of these teams are playing so well in terms of just capitalizing off the pistol round. Literally, I'm glad we hyper-focused on this, because it has been one of the best examples in terms of a best of 3 of just how pivotal getting a pistol round can be.
Beautifully cooked up. I found the gorgeous timing.
Go, Derek.
Go.
Yep.
Bro, this guy just swung mid and one-tapped me.
But you know, once Derek had died, Jorg had already done all of the work. He's 7-1. This time, A is very weak for EG.
Very weak indeed. I mean, no trip setups here. So
The eco
trying to feign
is
like
a
okay,
real
playing the fade over towards
real
here,
low
so there
eco.
could
We
be
got a
more players
ghost.
lurking around, but Derek's just forced to give the space up.
And the problem for
One hell of a
EG,
round to pick it.
not again, not that it's a
Just go
problem,
all
but
in on their
they're at the
eco
point where
round,
they
see if get this
need
plant as
they need
well.
an ult for the next big buy rounds. So Breach would love to
The
at least get the
ultimate there for
defuse
Superman. Kind of
and a lot of these kills.
faked out a little bit.
Free
It
sight
allows
for
him to
Sentinels,
get
they
over here
save
quickly for the
double
retake, but
trip.
also maybe
No
Sen are
trip
gonna
for
be worried about
behind,
this.
has his
There
camera
shouldn't
torch
be too many
behind,
chances for Sen
and they
to
got
win the
2
round.
kill trips on the
Only with
side.
pistols.
Don't really expect that
Second
when you
did earn his
retake.
ult. Just from that plant, stunned up into
You
the
expect
corner.
1 because they've been doing that.
And that has put the fear
And
of God
second
into
puts
the
his
EG
ult
players'
into it.
paranoia.
Dude, they have a really good chance here.
Sent alongside it, the fuse is going to be running out, but there's the kill.
Yeah, and
to
that's
be
a gun.
found, and a gun, an upgrade claimed for Zelsis. Picks that one up and now seeks to defend the back section of the site. Still,
Look at the
Juggernaut
time.
disadvantage when it comes to the weaponry, and so it's all on Zelsis. But is 2 going to be enough? When to push back and away, Juggernaut with the defuse. Another kill. Has he bought enough time?
Yeah, nice for Sentinels. Dude, they had a ghost. A ghost only. And EG decided to play retake against the eco. And then shout out to John. I love the idea of, because he's kind of made this popular, to be honest, in terms of John like doing the like having 1 trip for behind, and then if you're doing a fast strat, saving a trip. I love the double trip though.
What a way of turning
Yeah, he's
things
getting them
around and
palmed
halting
up
the
as
momentum
well.
of
That's
EG.
good. They need that.
The economy flips completely, and now Zelsis
Yeah,
has his
and
ult.
everything
If they can
changes
find
with
where the
this.
Cypher's playing, although having said that, EG with a good anti-KO setup, running the Cypher on the A site while the trips are on B.
Well away from it, yeah. Round from SEN. Hello, shots.
Just a pre-fire.
Online.
What?
We've seen Derek go
Did you see
huge
him?
on this map before.
Did he? What?
Surely you don't
Did he see him on the
back-to-back
first
thrifties.
jiggle? Did the camera go out? Did I miss
Could
something?
be jiggling here.
That was
seeking to delay
nuts.
with the C's.
I would love to
always
see like the
worried
first
when
2
you're on
seconds.
anti-eco and they don't do anything for the first minute of the round.
Yeah, because time is gonna really become your biggest enemy.
Yeah,
The cam
you
must have
give
gone
the
out,
defenders
right?
A lot of info. I mean, you're trying to play quiet to deny it, but
Oh
you
yeah, I
haven't
would love to see the
broken
first 2
trips or
seconds before he
camera or
gets that
anything
kill
like
to
that.
work
So
out
they keep good info for a long time.
what I missed.
Inviting opportunities. Maybe a chance for EG. Look at this.
I missed
And
something.
they're now here with that no command. Sent flying.
Yeah, and this time EG put one to fight over towards site,
Does have
and
that paranoia. Lovely movement
let's see
from
Derek.
Tekken.
Oh,
Straight
I
up
guess
in their
naded.
faces. Now he was near sighted, but despite the blind, it did not matter. He had the rest of his team to help him out. Over the last few should be Jorgamo.
yeah, lovely in terms of the amount of people surviving. I mean, there's a lot of armor rebuys, but that's fine.
Drawn it nice
4
and
people
even
surviving,
early
that's
on
the
here at
main thing.
Sunset.
Everyone gets their guns.
Saps is
We
forced
are
to use
1
an
away from
ultimate. That's a
Sassy's ult
huge
as
one for
well.
the attack side.
Dude, I
But
would
think
love to
Senna
see
will
this
be super
replay.
happy about that. The fact that they've managed to stem some bleeding. All we've seen in this game
Okay,
so far
cameras.
is teams running away with leads.
Wait, no, that's his teammate, the
It's been one of the
cameras.
streakiest matches I can ever remember.
Yeah.
He must have
Yeah,
seen.
you get
He must have
streaky
seen
matches
like
when one team just
pixel of
destroys
him
another, but for-
from before. Sorry,
every
second
single
before
half
the first jiggle.
to have been like that in the match so
It was a
far is
definite pre-fire.
bizarre.
Okay,
So getting
massive
something
round,
that's a bit
especially
more
for
back and
EG's
forth,
money.
It's gonna feel good for both sides.
Whoa, that's so
Whoa,
committed.
That's aggressive from Super.
Yeah, that's so committed. At least he's got a smoke there. That's the only reason he can go for that. And they wanted to create pressure like they were going to fight for the orb, but we just go insta-fish ult and Superman kills both.
Entertainment is there. Might be able to get a kill. Apoff. He's taking up that space once more, though. Just trying to avoid these bullets away from it inside the smoke. And they do
Flash, they stopped this, but still a 3v5 that goes into a 3v4. Spike is down, and Cypher's down. That's the most important thing. So they make a lot of sound, and Derek is just walking behind. And yeah, they were not expecting him here. Once again, they're getting wrecked by the flanks, to be honest. Lovely shot.
All over the place
1v2.
here, but only 3 bullets left for Celsius.
3 bullets.
A lot of health to do it. They peek him
Nicely
together.
done. Yeah, EG have raided the flanks right now. They're pissed around this round here as well.
Holding on to a bit of a lead.
And I love what EG are doing with their B defense. Somehow,
Yeah, I gotta see the
Superman's
Superman
in
though.
position to kill 2 over
Yeah, I
towards
guess
half.
I gotta see
So
this.
already
How?
a huge advantage for EG. What is this?
I mean,
The fault line to back him up as well. But it's this flank that's happened both times.
they had a very good
Sentinels
read
tried
into
to go
this.
B.
Fischl goes over
Flank
towards the
gets
site,
denied,
and this guy doesn't
and then
even
because
care.
that takes so much longer then for Sentinels to get
Either
into
he
good
knows
post
that with the
positions in
Fischl, they
B.
probably do the
Because
same
EG are
pathing as
dragging
Paper
out that
Rex,
portion of the
where they
round
just
where
go
you fight
all the
both
way
sides.
over towards the
They buy
site,
so much
or he
time for
knows that
somebody
when
to
they've
come
done
and
this
flank.
Fischl
It was
before,
Superman
that they
who
come
did
over
it.
towards
Was that not
market
Pistol
heavy.
Round, I think?
And I mean, both of them just means that you can face
Memory might be
market.
failing me there, but Superman's definitely gone for that
Need
passing
some,
before. And Derek doing it
Need
again.
some good research there, it feels like.
You know, we're watching the
You
players
should
on
be
the floor
scared
here,
that the
but I
Fischl
can
will
see
come
the
to
minimap,
market.
and Sen are pinging that out. They're pinging out the
flanks.
The flank pathing that EG are going for on the B retakes, and that's a big thing to deal with. You know, you can shrug off rounds where it's a bit of a rifling issue or something like that. But if there's some big strategic flaw in the way that you're playing the execs, you've got to address that. And so I think it's the right time for a timeout.
More difficulties that potentially SEN might have to overcome.
Go into this
These
one, a
next few
lot
rounds as
of
well.
light
Look at the
armors.
ults. EG are coming online.
I haven't
to
seen any outlaws.
I mean, a
so
heavy number of them.
they're pretty much fine to be doing
Showstopper,
this.
Nightfall, All in Thunder could cause any number of issues if they end up getting earned. EG have been disrespecting this main take of SEN. At least Superman has.
This time though,
Like this
contacting,
over
no
towards
knife
A
being
again,
thrown.
and this is something that
cam.
they've been doing at the beginning with I early, but this time they
most of
actually
it.
push behind with a couple of
That's the
numbers.
info too. It's flash
So
in
with
there.
that,
Through
Jorgamo can get his
second.
all. And then
He's in
these
with
two
the
should
satchel
definitely leave
still.
sight.
Oh,
I
he's
see as
still being
Superman is
broken.
walking
Turns
forwards. You
back
gotta
to
leave
the
sight
wall
here.
here.
Oh,
Apoff. No shot, no chance. Eventually
gotta leave sight here,
dropped.
surely. Got Razor?
So they've gone in fast onto B.
Either way, they get
taken
2
the fight
kills. Let's keep with
to
it.
EG and got in before the plant could get
They at least
denied.
killed Tens, and Tens is the person that would be smoking them off in the kind of normal after plant. A great stun on this. Yeah, and we've got to keep an eye on Zelsis going around the world. Okay, he doesn't even need to play here. Yeah, I think EG messed up a little bit here, especially when they're pushing over towards A to pick up the Razor. Just leave the
We've had a 9-3 and then a 10-2. Even if one of the teams runs away from it from here, it's going to be more even than we've seen so far. This time, very different approach to the beginning of the round from SEN. And then even with EG, 3 players on the retake, all 3 very close to their ultimates.
Yeah, with that little mess up as well, it forced them down to an eco, so the Sentinel's chance to get 2 in a row again.
Would have been too readable in that spot, I think. So great calling on the fly from them, and a great adjustment from Kaplan. But how many times can you run a strat like that?
Still, Sentinels have found that economical advantage, narrowly avoiding it.
Whoa.
Jeez, fault line, it's a flash, it's a nade, it's all rebounding. Ricochet, Zelsis, man!
I've never seen so much util done from one guy. They even don't pick up the gun. Okay, Jorgamo's now going for it as they hit over towards B and give them sound keys. And does that make them more tempted to use some ults? Dude, APOF needs to leave the site sometimes. I swear, they heavy commit.
Bit of an issue.
It's a chance for sure.
Ado goes in. Dude, he TP'd in front of it. He TP'd in front of the ult. He timed it.
Just dropping him inside the smokes and Jorgamo. It's a level of unawareness, and that's a time.
That's incredible. That's so hard to time. Just going like this, and he's just TP's over it. Oh my. Yeah, give me this POV.
It's a teleport play that he goes for.
You gotta give me the TP before.
He goes in front of the Nightfall, doesn't give away that he's on site, and cuts off those players that are getting in for the retake. Yeah. That's massive.
It's not just that as well. The prior adjustments they were taking and talking about in the timeouts.
That was
flanks coming in.
Such a huge play.
Was a threat in that round, arguably. I mean, with the rifle in his hands, but John QT deals with him.
I think they're getting a good read of what EG's setups look like. This one, I'm not huge on. This is what EG have gone for a couple times, where it's just the Cypher over towards A. I'd like to see them run a weak side that still had somebody supporting.
I like this from EG though. They take over towards mid control once they lost A. We got to keep an eye on John QT. He is literally going for the round the world.
It looks like he's out in the open here, but he's playing it off.
They might fast retake this. Ken still got his ult? Yes, he does. Okay, they go fast with this one, and John's got to go real fast. Second pops his ult to delay. He has a nade after that he should insta-throw. Oh. Yeah, I mean, he got info. Doesn't need to. The speed up from John is here, and then now what do these guys do? They should insta. Yeah. Lovely handled, though. They played so well with this. Once they realized this guy was far back and we had the smoke over towards side, yeah, 3 on 2 over towards side, just insta-stick the spike. Very good, just instant decision making. A nice fast retake as well. This is a good game, bro. It's a really good game right now. There's been a couple of like small mistakes, but there's been a lot of great decision making and a lot of great plays.
Oh, it's really decisive retake from them.
No hesitation.
Especially considering we had 0 successful retakes.
Yeah.
On bind, not one.
Yeah, it's. I mean, this map's a little bit easier though. I say a little bit, it's way easier to retake.
The stats are wild for this game. That is an unusual smoke. I mean, it just cuts into the floor.
Oh.
And Celsius goes down. That's an early peek from Tiles. I mean, Jorgamo, how's he found his way into there early? To catch it on
was there a Teva? Was there a Molly? Adai? I'm not sure.
Which direction do we really take this round into?
Wrong position from that luck play? Nah, it was so fine. EG just went a little bit too fast for what they were thinking. They thought they had enough stalled because it was like Razor and Aid. Like they should be able to delay. They even had an Omen flash as well. My only main argument was maybe Hens needed to be closer, so once they did the original breach ult that he could flash them back. It was like the only thing that needed to be different really from Sentinel. They saved the Omen flash, it's meant to be for the flood.
It's a really odd round where SEN have control of the middle of the map. Can they catch Jorgamo again?
They do.
And I think
they held on to B main.
When SEN found themselves in tricky spots like this on their attack side, they were so good at figuring out the correct decision.
It's a bit of an experience diff.
30
It's a
seconds
high-low
left.
now for SEN. Towards Boba, the map really just flipped on its head. TP forward, Superman.
Wow.
Pretty much required. I mean, the man's got a judge near sighted. Can't quite fire it blindly.
Yeah,
Into the
Apoth over
traces.
towards
Tens
site.
gets
He has
away
to
with
try
it.
kill
Still
one, and
sassy.
he's dead.
Avoiding all
Right?
that utility that was sent flying across the map. Apoth with a Spectre.
How do I have this
That is
much power? He should never even get
It's all
one
over
there.
the place, but John QT mops up that kill. What can he do in this spot?
That's so
Avoided and
stupid
dodged.
though.
Just
How?
gets him up top now.
That should
Before
never,
Zebedee, these two
ever
players
happen. You
don't
could run
want
that
here.
100
Derek,
times. I don't think that would happen.
Side by side, John QT could be pulling off an absolutely magical performance. There's the first one, Nature not gaining it, not having the defuse, but the kill will seal it up anyway.
How's Apoth
Had
won
to hit
this?
that one, Nature.
How has
He
Apoth
shot with the
ever won
Guardian
that?
just before. Had to go back, tap, headshot with the
That's
Guardians.
gonna be
Lovely
in
to
the
put
flow
EG
video,
up
that's
to
for
6.
sure. What the hell is that about?
Last round in the half.
It wasn't a difficult bar to clear, making it the most competitive half that we've had in this match. But this one, it really has just been
Tens
much more
just
of the
types wow.
adaptation and figuring out each other, rather than one team just getting the edge.
It's been excellent to see. I mean, in a sea of just one-sided performances over the course of Super Week, to actually see that back and forth between two teams.
Yeah. And what a round from Apoth too.
I mean, what a
How has he
game this
managed
is.
to do 2 with the Spectre in that? Playing inside the cage.
It's been so good
Knife
right
for
now.
market. It's gonna
And
tag
this
onto
is the one that
Jordan.
goes on
Let
top
them
of the
know the race is
little...
over in that direction.
Okay, no command.
It's not catching the Cypher.
Go button press, Superman. Seeking to do
Little
some
gap
damage there,
in
just
the
playing a
cage
dominating
kinda
main
cost
angle,
him.
But he's brought down.
Dogmo, if he gets a kill,
Phantom.
gets his ult.
Surely doesn't make a go of this one here. There's a trip on
Yeah,
his
and he
feet.
spots
Spotted
John's
it,
attack
out,
trip
broken.
that he always
Goes
saves
for
if they
it.
go aggro.
Not sure if there was some util to at least just combine and conjunct it together here. Tens eager to really take even more
Hey,
fights
6-6
away from them
half
here, because
is
this
a
is
nice
the final
one.
round of the half for EG. Your options are now massively limited.
I feel like with the lighter weaponry, EG lost the plot a little bit. So many solo plays in this round so far.
Yeah.
Whereas SEN sticking together.
Yeah, I do
each
think
other,
if I'm like
first
gonna be
peak
critical
close
to
things
EG, the amount of times where I feel like they
6-6
should have left the
Couldn't get
site and
closer.
there's just a
Couldn't
few
get
fighting,
closer.
was pretty high
But
up.
I want to remind people, we've
But then I
seen
think
no
maybe
team do well
they
on
never,
defense.
maybe they
Coming
didn't
into
want to
this
leave
round,
the
we had
site because
7
they had like
rounds
PTSD
total
from
both
essentially
teams
losing A
combined
site against
on
the Eco and
defense.
losing that
So
round.
Maybe EG
So
have already done
maybe
enough by
they
getting
would
6.
normally leave
Something
site if
is
that round
going
hadn't
this right
happened.
now,
I
but
don't
we'll
really
see
know.
and find out, of course. I mean, the series massively heating up. Let's send it down to the analyst desk to break it all down.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, I haven't
Thus
seen
far,
it yet,
the
Flo.
closest defensive
It's,
half
maybe
we
tomorrow
have
before
had. It is a
EMEA.
great start for Evil Geniuses. Myrna, you wanted to
Maybe
walk through
after
one of these
EMEA.
rounds of how
Maybe
they
in
made
between the
that happen.
EMEA
Yeah,
games.
EG
Not
had
sure.
a really phenomenal round on round 4 where they actually prowlered all the way deep into A main. They saw that Zelsis was running away, so they took that space. Derek took that space towards mid and actually pushed and used the fade ult. This is actually the thrifty round
Yes.
Sentinels won, which I think went crazy
It
too.
stole it right back. Look, Zekin pops the showstopper so early, which is such a gutsy call to go for on the full eco. But it shuts down that entire shop flood for a good 10 seconds. Then EG, they'd already used their fault lane. They'd used all of their retake utility. That gets countered out by one ultimate, and Sentinels fight their way out. The spike isn't able to be held for Jogamo, and Sentinels play a very nice round. I thought that was a great call coming through from Zekin.
Yeah, it was wild, but EG really played it well mid-round. They used the fade ult towards mid that round to go really, really aggressive. They got the ult off. They got the players peeking towards that mid, and they made such good mid-round rotations towards the defense side, something that we haven't seen from either of these teams so far.
And genuinely, if it wasn't for the trap plays EG were running, that half could have been much better for Sentinels.
But Sentinels have recovered it to that point where it's 6-6, and it's still possible for them to close it out. They already stole that map 1 away from EG. How can they stop that from happening again?
How can EG stop it
The
from
dumb
happening?
philosopher, thank you
Honestly,
so much for the
I
2
just
months.
keep seeing
Thank you for the
Jogamo. I
prime.
think he's looked much better in this 3rd game, and we need to keep that form on top. It has been very hit or miss from this
Dude,
player.
thank you for
but
making
if
the
they're
videos,
gonna
man.
beat
It's fun.
Sentinels, he's got to be hitting.
We've
Join
known
them.
EG to make a miracle happen before. Last year, we thought their season was over. It was out of their hands. It was another team winning a game to even get them into playoffs to start that wild run. If they want to stay alive in stage 1, they need to close this map out as we head into the second half with Bren and Sideshow.
Someone's
Let's get it
underperforming.
started then here. A lot of
I think they
questions
did
that
on
we've got that are
binds.
about to be answered as well,
I
especially
definitely
when you
think
took it-
I do
take
think on
a
their
gander at the
defense
defensive half of
on
these
bind
teams.
they
The
should have been
Sentinels are
able
gonna wanna
to
get that pistol round starting.
Should have been able to stop some of the stuff that I saw, or at least be a little bit more proactive. I think they were missing a few steps. So at least on Bind, yeah. On the other maps, not too worried about it.
Dizzy flash re-engagement, it's all being combined and connected. Surely it's a little bit messy. Sentinels
Definitely not their peak.
barely seeing if they can squeeze out the edge in that mid fight.
Nice reaction from EG, realizing that they were losing the mid fight, or rather, you know, the mid fight was petering out. Let's say.
Dude, keep an eye on keep an eye on Apoff. Going for the round the world back.
What are we looking at over here with Apoff? I mean,
Yeah, but Nature has the damage to stop this one. There is a smoke on the spike, so they might try and insta-stick this. And he's just not going to expect the Cypher here, but Cypher might have to run fast. Yeah, nicely done. Chad, this is double pistol, right?
Great pistol from EG.
I think that's double pistol, I'm pretty sure.
All of that initiator utility that they brought into the pistol. EG went for a very
2-0. 2-0 on the final map pistol.
And the EG players that were in B main just decided
4-2 altogether in terms of pistols. We had 1-1 every single map up until this moment, and it was kind of responsible for just crazy snowballs on both halves. Both maps, both halves. This one, they got to go against a proven team that is good snowballing after the pistol, and they get 2 pistols. They're in a rough spot.
Swing that momentum back at least to make it even in this first half. Thrifty and some ultimates, which they're not going to be anywhere near.
Zeken's game plan on Bind when it comes to these ecos is literally just to run around.
Yeah, every single map he's just like, give me an orb somewhere. I want this ult now.
A lot of noise being made here by the SEN players. I think EG don't really want too much to do with this market. There's going to be that face with the guns, seeing if they can earn themselves a free kill. Good discipline from EG though.
Early info with this one.
Cam will be able to see all.
1, 2, 3.
Spot onto the players. They can't quite pre-fire it either.
But I taken out.
Yeah, and the problem is that do they cancel and just go back?
With Apoff not going down though, there isn't too much danger here. SEN are going to try to play a little bit of a flood, put pressure on the planter.
Yeah, a few kills coming through. 9 to plant for now. Maybe even a few more.
Well, that was impressive, man. Fair play. Yeah, nearly got that kill. At least means they have to rebuy armor. 3 rebuys of armor and 1 gun rebuy. I say a rebuy, it's just going to be a bonus, so it'll just be like a ghost or something.
Flashes, Molly, and then all of the Gecko util too. It can be very overwhelming.
How what did they do with farming? 2 off Razor, Jorgamo, yeah? Yeah, they did pretty good with this. And then you would imagine that. The amount of times that I've always wondered what the comments are like for that one there. There's so many times that people just want to get the fist bumps in with his guns. Okay, 2 away, so Jorgamo looking like he wants to take this B orb. Not saying he's going to use the ult into this round, maybe next round. We have a camera deep over towards middle that is going to see this walk out. Wait, did he not check the camera maybe? John came in clutch here a little bit, gets the ult, they see the luck over towards middle. Jorgamo with the plant now gets his ult. Because he got the B orb and he insta pops it in a 3v4.
It's difficult for SEN to do anything in this spot. They don't know where Jorg is. He's not making too much noise. Now he gives it away. Knife just came back online for Celsius.
How did they want to hold?
Second has nade. Dude, Sassy has every bit of util.
Can't quite smoke it off from main angles. EG looking to take these fights forwards with the boomba. Double swing! It's beautiful, really.
Wow, that was lovely. They had the cage up the whole time.
On the defuse here. There's really no chance.
That was really, really cool. I had no idea that they saved the cage the whole time for this flood retake as well. That was very nice.
When they gun round, they shut down that bonus.
There's a decent amount of damage done there, but it's not the greatest bonus that we've seen in the world. This pathing, though, almost caught them off guard.
The Moss Snowball as well. The fact that they used the Razor into this one, yeah, it might mean that it's a lot harder. If you had saved the Razor into this round and then save it for the reset of the money, then they would be on to Snowball. But because they use that ult and because we have this ult, and it means that Sentinels have the advantage here.
Very quickly. Way before SEN had done something over towards A. You have to match the pace of your opponent. It feels
incredibly similar. Look at this. I mean,
very fast.
Yeah, very quick.
Yeah, it's early. It's early. It is fast. We go for a straight up split over towards B. We are in market and Tens is on an island, really.
Tens just backs against the wall towards the pillar. Satcho's out holding his ground and holding it down with the rocket. Rebounding
NHP.
No kill found.
Saw collapsed in a moment there.
Yeah, and they need a big round right here.
No problems with that one. Still does damage done to plenty of these players, but he's got to try
This is
and find
impossible. This is actually an impossible round to win.
Not going to be going for any cheeky flank plays, just regrouping out through main. Celsius dropping down, making noise. Bullet fired. He's worried about that market. Swing nature. Just takes
Done,
it anyway.
and we got that dude. Damn, it was
silent
silent after that round win. Holy. 1-9 loss bonus goes out.
Sentinels are trying to set up some coordination and control info towards A main with all of their initiator setups. And EG have already taken mid through market and are splitting B. Yeah, Zeken's disappointed about that one, but even if he had got the kill, I don't think that makes it winnable for Celsius.
Yeah.
He gets cheated perhaps just a little with that one, but EG were quick into positions, putting good utility pressure on their opponents and hitting
9-7. They go up against
They're in control of the game.
4 sheriffs and a stinger, and we got to start looking at ults. And in terms of the bigger ults, I mean, kind of nearly here. Crunch over towards middle. They actually managed to get a trade. That is a shot and a half, mate. What the?
God almighty.
Yeah. The pressure's on at the moment, and they're really performing. Can't remember if Nature was close to an ult or not.
First 10-15 seconds. And the thing is, if SEN can do that kind of counter-utility play with rifles online, then EG have got to start making mid-round decisions, and maybe you can start to punish them more. The strengths from EG that we have seen in this match and this year have been in their set ideas.
Still happening. Talked about this the other day where everything's just mistimed with the fades.
Push things off rhythm, make the rounds go longer, SEN might have more of a chance.
This round lead is going to creep higher and higher here for EG.
And it had been a while until we had seen this, to be fair. It had been a while until we had seen a smoke yourself off, spam the spike.
They will make a go of things.
They don't even smoke themselves off.
Contacting up. Second. Seeing the jiggle, but not really the weapon for the job there, not with the stinger.
Shot my wingman.
Wingman down, ADS with a bulldog,
right, convincing.
only returning to 1 kill. So
armor rebuys, 2 gun rebuys, and you'd imagine this is a Sentinel's timeout because must win rounds.
Looking large and in charge.
And a reminder that, yeah, even though there are 2 champions winning players in this match, this is a 0-3 team currently, EG.
Yeah, I think so, Des.
The winners of Masters Madrid.
Yeah, I think that's right.
It's a slim lead, but at the moment they're in control of this game in the 3rd match.
Or maybe they just don't enjoy it against Wingman as well. It could be something. It could be something to do with that. Maybe they don't feel comfy spamming Wingman if Gecko's alive. It's either if they're on the eco or if it's Wingman. EG have been fast with their rounds. Massive duel.
Realizing he can't give up this space, and
what is the actual money? It's not as bad as I thought. They can actually tank a loss here.
Because it does push EG now to make
we have got ult as well, but EG, you could be tempted to. I mean, let's see.
John's got to be aware that that is a gap.
No way.
Tens gets another big kill, and they get full info on these. And do they just instant just group over? Shot.
He lands it. Perfectly precise there with that shot, and so he survives and lives.
They didn't get too much from the ult, really.
In this round, EG
yeah, big win for Sentinels if they win this round, and they got the ult out of them.
Now they seek to slow it down.
Zelsis on the other side of the map has been clearing out B main, clearing out market, just walking around trying to allow Zeken and Sassy to stay on A.
All comes down to the timing of this one. Crosshair placement, Sassy.
Yeah, and he's going to be like that. The timing of this.
Fading, a kill allowed.
EP across, so this guy can just stay here. Stun and damage. Double flash from Zelsis. One goes over. There's the second. Still no plant, by the way.
Pushing him back and away, Zelsis. No chance. EG.
They think they planted. They kind of committed because of the flashes, I guess, and then they had no util.
So many of these rounds.
Nature and Apoth here just look so calm on cam. The way that they played that.
That's such a big round for them to lose, man. 2v3 at its peak.
Superman, Nature, they tapped the plant a couple times, bait that out. All of the utility from Zellsis baited, the peak baited from Zekken. Zellsis doesn't swing.
Yeah, Sassy got a little bit unlucky with his time, I guess, but the problem was he didn't trust in his teammate to clear it, or at least he thought someone was in the smoke. I'm not sure if, I think it was Zekken over towards short wasn't fully spotting.
Sailing away with it.
They are. They're
absolutely sailing away with it.
And a lot of it is about applying a ton of pace and pressure early on, forcing SEN to play at your tempo.
It's quiet now, yeah, dude. When EG win rounds, it's silent.
I mean, SEN are the ones that are going to be feeling the pressure to win this matchup out.
Which is a ridiculous statement because EG are the ones that actually get eliminated from playoffs if they lose this match.
But I think they've already accepted that, you know, this iteration of this EG squad right now, it's a long-term investment.
Yes.
It's a long-term plan in terms of the growth of the team, in terms of what their expectations are. They're just hoping to improve day in, day out. For Sentinels, it is expected that they make playoffs. And I think
it would be devastating if they missed out on playoffs because they lost this game.
I could be wrong, but I think that will throw a lot of disorder into the mix here for the groups. Because Sentinels are in a highly competitive one. There's a lot of teams that are undefeated. Sentinels have already lost one game.
It might wreck them champ point-wise as well. Really might wreck them. Cause, I mean, they're up 6 in terms of champ points, but you get points for the playoff games. I think they should be fine, but it depends who wins it.
Up against this EG squad, but they are not letting loose.
I think the 0 point there from Zellsis spotted 2, maybe even 3 players. Derek's getting
away, and you can feel it. It's overzealous.
The shots are here as well. Yeah, they tried to swing with the fish ult, and the shots were just hit. Fade ult goes back, hits one.
He's deafened. He's got to rely on the rest of his team here with the double face, the satchel through and away. Sassy lucky to be alive. 10's top of the box.
Massive round from 10's 3v5 at its peak again. Into 3v3. And still has flash.
Potter is going to have nightmares if they lose this round.
Dude, Sassy's just dinking people through that. He goes back up. Oh my god, is he gonna kill everyone from up here? When flash goes in. Do they see the other guy's side or not? Mate, what a round from 10's.
One more will do it. One remove. Derek. Trade it out.
I was close, man. I got nervous there, bro. It was so close to the 1v3. A really good round from 10's.
They
did great.
2 opening picks, baiting out the reclear from SEN, which didn't have enough utility behind it. No way.
What is that second kill?
Potter won't be able to look at a VOD of this for a month. She'll feel sick every time she looks.
Stunned into shock, I guess.
Yeah, that's how ice cold 10's is. No reaction he expected to win.
Okay, and is this their first timeout?
That really is a missed opportunity. Now,
good time for it.
They will be hoping that more of those
He's sensing some nerves with some of this as well, because this, I mean, this is a 3v5. They
don't tell me. Don't
be
tell
winning
me
that
it circles
stuff.
back again to EG not being able to close out these rounds. They should be able to win.
I mean, they're 3 rounds up at the moment. They're still doing all right.
It is the first timeout. Still one after this.
Not so good. They're coming into the next round with Stinger, Guardian. There is actually a chance that they've just thrown away that momentum shifter that could have seen them close out the match.
It would have put them on the 12th round.
Yeah.
Of the series here.
Maloetti with the tier 1. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the gifted.
With, you know, odds and ends. They're
Appreciate you doing that, dude.
Into the round with a pretty bad buy, but they had at least that 100 extra credits for actually winning it. So yeah, Bulldogs onto Zellsis and Sassy. Stinger, Guardian on the other side.
The thing is, it's a great timeout because it's like you can win right here. Like you can actually just win. You win this round, 1-9 on this. No one has. We've got 3 people that have like around 2k. That's just not good enough in terms of the guns. You should always be losing.
Negative even come back from worse.
There's my buddy.
The Dizzy grabs info, but actually not great at being able to.
So this is their time to close it.
Onto those EG players, they both.
And Zellsis will know that, that's why he'll be popping his ult into this round at one point.
For free, man.
Saying that, be tempted to save it for Jorgmo's ult, but he'll have Nightfall, so...
The couple rounds that Sen have tried to run some kind of mid.
Then I've got info,
the whole of
kind of info as well to see if they take B site. Hold on to B. Play retake on A.
Fury could be using that's in market that sees his
all info middle.
Walking through mid, but they've not gone for that one. Trip broken in market, but there's a second trip here, so nobody needs to play market just yet.
Just out here searching for a camera.
Oh, and actually, it's not an info trip; it's a kill trip.
Yeah.
So you do still need to keep eyes on it.
Just onto the feet. Apoff.
That might be enough, though. That might be enough to, well, they at least know that they're fighting this site. Sassy just getting out of there, and they need his util to retake. Get over towards the A site, and they still have the Omen flash. Zekken has to, sorry, Zelsis has to pop this ult. Because this Omen flash against like the ult could really just wreck them. You see both of these ult pops from Sentinels.
Oh, and this is
Whoa.
Oh, moving around the smoke.
What an insane play.
What is going on here? Waiting for it to fade. I mean, tens in his face. It's going to be cleaned up by...
I think Sentinel's got lucky there.
Still with that showstopper. It's sent flying through. Zekken, Fuse, falling short of the mark there. Not for the kill, EG. They're finding all of them. It's still Sassy defusing.
Damn, bro. They win the massive round. They actually did it over towards site. Everyone hid for the orcs. They were all behind here. Util then ran out, and then they just flooded over towards into the site.
And that was honestly like a 4v5, right? Apex went down early.
I mean, they should
and no one went in the stairs, right?
Coming back in with a retake with his showstopper online as well.
Yeah, they used double ult.
This is such a
yeah, this was sick play. It was such a sick play.
That actually allows the rest of his team to dominate A link. The retake comes through from spawn.
Let's go!
How much it means.
Yeah, the rest of the post-plant players just fighting there.
Oh, we go so fast. 4 chances on this one. Sentinels decide to call to go aggro. Yeah, and the stun nearly saved his teammate. And in terms of the buy, just got under the door. In terms of the buy, we get a hero gun, which they just got to kill with. That's probably why they decided to go aggro. Triple stinger and a judge.
Stack on B. Sentinels reading the fact that this reaction would come in this side of the map. As Zekken's starting to lean away. But the fact that the trips have not yet been dealt with, I mean, this one close to the choke point Jog should be able to deal with it with the blast pack. Breaking the cam first.
Shooter?
Goes back around the corner, worried about some sort of trap play that could be on the
I was wondering if Celsius was going to shoot that.
Shotgun, Judge not able to get it
Open?
off there, not even a single shot. I mean, Derek winning that out is imperative. Sassy, hoping to catch a backstab here. A lot of noise being made. Sassy could be that difference
Sassy might have made a play here.
They think it's fully cleared out and looking in the complete wrong direction. Backs around the corner now. Rocket!
Ah, it's a nice attempt from him. Solid from Jorgamo. 2v3 over towards site. And they have double stinger. 1 flash and a nades. Superman not getting checked.
In the series, in the map overall, Superman smoke.
Showed the gun.
John finds it. Doubled up now with him and Celsius spamming and spraying away with a Neurofeft will reveal these positions, and Jorgamo forced to respect it. He backs away now.
C's caught onto John.
But it all comes down to this. C's will slow them down. Knife against it close. They're going to do it with just that sub-par weaponry. All down to the fight!
How did they win this? How did they win this? 2v3. Double stinger.
SEN keep themselves alive there. It was all set up. Alley-oop for the EG slam dunk, and they couldn't get it across the line.
Man, how?
To be honest, though, that doesn't feel like as much of an opportunity wasted compared to what we were looking at previously. Bit rough from Superman there, but it's nice on the flash.
Ooh,
and the shots are just so good from Zelsis after he managed to pick up a better weapon. They came in
and they have another timeout if they want to chill, but
SEN keep themselves alive, and EG gonna take an eco, gonna try to build
three
up.
chances.
They are so close to the Nightfall, to the Rolling Thunder. They're gonna get those online in a rifle round at some point.
I mean,
so
yeah, next round is the one if they can get some orbs here.
For them to win round 22.
The money's dodgy on either side, to be honest, with how little players ended up surviving into it. Apoff again disrespectful. Up through the gut into mid. B main still being locked down here by SEN, but it's a re-clear with that fault line. Zekken Eager to take that fight again inside the cage, and Zelzas
we heard him though, right? Hey, what a weird round. Look at the minimap. They pinched over towards Boba. Double.
This is where they're going to be feeling that heat again. Mid-net match. Not quite ships in the night, but a rat-a-tat-tat go to rifles. Rat-a-tat-tat goes the guns.
When Bren gets excited, he's so good at casting.
That capture. It's Sentinels here.
Got a good voice for it.
More in charge of this round. Nature realizing it.
All right, 2. 4.5 to 2.
Like I said, Brent, EG do not need to win that round. They would have liked to do some damage for sure.
This is the one.
Which they didn't really
This is the one right here.
But they've now got up to Nightfall. They're 1 away from Rolling Thunder. This is the round for EG to get things across the line.
Raise ult. The battle for orbs here. The battle for orbs here. And it looks like they're both going for the same one. They both go for B orb. Cronin though, sorry bro, I missed that, man. Thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate the 15 months. Thank you, thank you.
Sentinels are going to put a stop to it though for EG. Bit of redemption for this stage one for them, I think, as well.
Yeah, we've got to kind of look over towards B main because it is all about this guy. All about this orb right now. Got this person that gets orb, we got this person that gets orb. It all goes in, they create a bit of distraction, everyone moves over towards here. Nature could go get this orb. Tense.
Don't expect them to be playing that
Say might overpeak this. Nature doesn't get the orb and they just walk out B instead. Yeah, they don't realize that Jorgamo's out. Oh my god. Nature then makes sound, they still have no idea this guy's walked out. He has incredible timing. Especially as he makes sound at B main.
Right now, here and now, Jorgamo. Could he be that difference maker? From behind here, Dizzy.
Nature has his ult for picking up the orb.
He's going to be playing into this position. What the Sentinels do, Rolling Thunder push them back. The time.
Who tanked it? God, time is pretty low on this. They got a stun, breach damage.
Has to be committed. Jorgamo push back away from Pillar with the flash as well. Stands his ground but backs away and he's still alive.
Oh, they got a crossfire. You would think it's done.
It feels like it's just slowly tightening around them. Sen. They're going to power through this one with brute force at its core. Gunfight need to be won. And all of this comes down to one. Derek starts to get confused.
Derek. Okay, what a solid round. Dude, he worried me with that fade eye there. He really worried me with it. Damn, what a crazy game. Who would have thought this as well?